In this episode, the forest is going NARDO GREY with spray cans. This is a project I've had on my bucket list for a long time. NARDO GREY is an Audi colour that's been made popular over the last decade on their RS models, and it's just a gloss grey with the removal of metallic fleck, which gives it its trademark flat appearance. It's now spread across the auto industry under a variety of names, one of which being primer grey, hence why I'm trying this project with grey primer. Normally primer is just the undercoat of a respray, but I want to see if I can replicate NARDO GREY by skipping the colour coat and just relying on the primer to give me the result I'm after. I'll be using gloss black on the bumpers and side panels to match the wheels. The total spend for this project is roughly 120 Australian dollars. I was just about to mask up the rest of this, but I've realized it'll actually look sick if I just leave the roof black, because it'll match the other stuff and contrast well, and the paint is amazingly in pretty good shape. Usually in Australia anyway, your roof is one of the worst panels. The tailgate's ruined, but this is fine. So I think I might just mask the whole thing, leave it, and then I'll just give it a quick polish afterwards. That'll save me a lot of paint as well, just in case. This is the most annoying panel to paint because it's so up high, and it'll look sick if it's black. Okay, all right, let's do that. the first coat the entire car except for that bit there with 1 can. And I have 10 left. That is about 5 coats on the car, and it's looking pretty good. Alright, I'm giving these another clean and another sand because obviously they were not clean enough. Well, that explains things. So I just cleaned off this bumper with wax and grease remover, and it's taken off quite a lot of the paint. So I bet what happened was I just had a little bit of residue left on some of these bumpers, and it kind of just formed a barrier. So I'm going to sand it again, clean it with something else, and then repaint it. I'll clean it with IPA instead of wax and grease remover. That should remove everything, and then repaint it, and it should work. Fingers crossed. Just did primer as a test, and that is going to be the solution. That's the obvious choice. The reason I didn't is because in the past I've had luck painting with this paint on car parts with no primer, but obviously this type of plastic or whatever wasn't happy. Because I have a bunch left over, I'm just going to dust all these bumpers with it, and it should stick fine after that. your paint there, that's good. Basically it. The car is painted. There's a couple of things I might do off camera, but they're not particularly interesting. I still haven't clear coated these bumpers yet because they look so good without it. But depending how durable the paint is over the next couple of weeks, I might take them off and respray them. But I have done the side panels, and all the NARDO grey paint is clear coated. So in total, that was about 120 Australian dollars. I'll put some conversions up there. Really, really cheap. And look, to be brutally honest, it's probably about 25% the quality of a full-on respray. Like you'll notice imperfections and the clear coat isn't perfect and everything, but considering it's about 2% of the cost, that makes it about 1,000% worth it. And of course, the goal was never to get a perfect paint job. It was to see how cheaply we could get an improvement in the paint, and it is definitely an improvement. If you look at what the car used to be like, faded, very tired, not a particularly inspiring color combination. Now it actually does look quite cool with the gray and black. But yeah, I'm glad this worked. This is something I wanted to try for about 2 years. Limiting factors for this technique were, number one, we didn't have a booth. Obviously that would have helped a lot. And number two were the spray cans themselves. The spray pattern is quite hard to get an even coat on such a large surface area. Would have benefited from having a gun, but it's more to see what we can do with spray cans. I probably feel comfortable doing this similar technique on anything up to about $5,000 in value, each to their own. If your car is more expensive than that, look at hiring a booth and then doing the work yourself, because a lot of the cost will be labor, and more than 10 grand, I mean, wrap or a proper coat. The point of this is more just to get the experience and build a bit of skill, so one day when I have a nice car in a spray booth, I'm confident enough helping out boss man mask it up and spray some color on and do all that sort of thing. So stepping stone. Moral story is yes, depending on how perfectionistic you are, you can paint a car NARDO grey with primer and clear coat. Other than that, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's been fun for me to make, so I hope it's been fun to watch. Subscribe if you haven't. Don't if you don't want to. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.